Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. Today is the Daily Color, episode 216. We are starting on the Fish House page, and it is a full page that I'm going to color with the Kalour 180 Black Barrel. These are the ones that come in the red deer tin. I have picked 4 bright colors to integrate into the fish, and then from there I'll decide what colors I will use for the vegetation, flowers, and the house, which looks kind of like a Japanese style house to me. So I am going to start with 4 blues, 3 blues. Yeah, so I have 4 purples, 3 blues, 3 pinks, 3 teals. Oh, I have 4 blues. Here we go. So here are the colors from light to dark. Get everybody all situated. Here. All right, so we're going to start with cerulean blue number 3, blue number 7, cyan 128, and cobalt blue 119. And I'm going to start with the fish's face. These are a 3.8 millimeter core, and just for fun I bought a same colors, another 180 with a full color barrel but a much smaller core, and so they definitely feel to me, even though the colors are the same, they do feel different to me. The smaller core pencils have a more slender feel to them, and these have a beefier feel to them. So these are a very quick to burnish. They just go down really fast. I'm going to use, I think I have the cyan and the blue. These 2 colors are middling colors, and I believe I had them reversed. I am going to use blue next, not cyan, and let's just see if that is the case. These pencils go down on this paper quite dreamy. Like I said, they are very quick. Thank you for stopping by today to color with me or watch or whatever you're doing. I appreciate the views. Hub is in the room with me. We have both, for the most part, recovered from our colds, though there is some residual coughing throughout the day. So I hope that it will be somewhat quiet. We have a game that we play. Okay, so that was the blue. Now let me try the cyan, because I suspect the cyan might be darker. And I am purposefully commingling these colors. I want some nice variation, kind of a mixing of the colors, so to speak. So there is my nice varied colored blue face. And then I have a plan for, oh, he's back, so we'll see if he's gonna be making more noise. So I'm gonna vary these little scallops. We already had our thunderstorm for the day, and I thought of you guys as I was doing a little work. So everybody knows that I traveled back to our hometown and we had to load up a U-Haul pod with our stuff. And we are moving our stuff at the same time as my parents are moving their stuff here. We're doing it all together, all at one time. So I have crafting supplies, a whole bunch of paper crafting, mostly paper, and then I mean like a lot of paper. I have an area in my craft room which I have a couple of videos showing the integration of my colored pencil theme onto the walls. And now I have to make room for my jewel crafting supplies and my paper, my big paper stash. So today, before coloring, I decided to get started on moving my crafting for card making supplies. I have a whole bunch of stamps, dies, embossing folders in a variety of different non-Stampin' Up! Brands that I've had forever. They've traveled with me, and I hardly use them because I'm a demonstrator, so I mostly craft with current Stampin' Up! Products. So I went ahead and integrated all of these favorite stamps from way back. So it was kind of like a blast from the past, just like when we were at my mom's looking at all this stuff that I've had forever, that I had long forgotten about. So we're going to leave our scallops like that, and I will be adding more color, but for the moment I'm just going to leave it like that and start moving on to the body, and I will come back and decide how much other colors between the teal, purple, and pink that I might want to integrate down here on the chin side. So I'm going to set these down for the moment. So I was able to take all of my supplies out of this half of a storage cabinet to free up that storage cabinet to be used for the jewel crafting supplies when they get here. And I was so proud that I already had, from when I traveled, I had my stamps in these big white binders, and I had some special sleeves that the stamps would fit into. I'm starting with the greens. Let me show you my greens. And I was able to move everything out of these boxes, so I have like 5 empty boxes, a clear, fairly tall boxes, so I can use those for my jewel crafting tools and paper, and the new paper that's coming. Okay, so light to dark. We have light aqua green 114, light sea green 75, and aqua green 134. I can go darker. I have some darker colors here right next to me in this green, but for now I'm going to use just these 3. So I was pretty proud that now the where my desk is, behind my desk is where I keep all the Stampin' Up! Current products that I use to make cards and videos with. And I was able to add all 4 of my binders to that same space. All of my extra dies, extra embossing folders, everything is now over behind my desk. And then my pencils are in the middle. I have a drafting table there that I can set up. In fact, I have a tutorial I want to go through if I can get it done, because it's only available through tomorrow, I think. And it might even only be tomorrow morning my time. So I'm going to have to check on that. And it is how to do leather. It's a horse's head. We're not coloring the head, we're just coloring the English bridle. And it is in black. So that is also going on. But my main goal today was to get all of the stamp and card stuff out of that very last cabinet to make room for these supplies that are coming. So that'll be pretty exciting to share. I have all this time saved the space knowing that these supplies would be coming. So in the back of my mind, I've left the end of my table where everybody sits at for coloring. That whole end, there's about 3 feet that I have left. I do stash cardboard boxes when they're like empty boxes and stuff, but those can get moved and broken down and put away when the time comes. I'm also hoping that my mom will be able to keep some of my supplies. I have some extra, actually she has packed away some of my dies, my spill binder dies, and I'm hoping she will stash them. It will be really fun to live like I guess I've never talked about this. So I lived in a place called Everett, Washington, and for many years, right by where I worked, just 8 minutes away. I worked right next door to Boeing at a place called Fluke Corporation. And I'm already seeing that I probably want to go darker on this teal. So we will see if I'm going to get the whole color scheme done and then darken any areas. I might want to go darker with all 3 of my kind of rainbowish tones. So my mom lived in Arlington and I lived in Everett, and now we're going to live in the same community. So this will be quite the fun adventure. So for the last, I don't know, from 2016 on, we would travel around the U.S., actually 2016 to 2022. We would travel around and then spend certain times of the summer there at her house on her property, and that way we could craft together. Sometimes we would not be on her property because the internet was not good. I think I already mentioned that the internet there is pretty weak. And so we preferred to stay, 15 miles away maybe, in Bow, Washington, which has much better internet for us. And then I would come and hang out at my mom's, for a night or two. But we will not have to do that when they live here. It's going to be so fun. I am very excited. All right, so I think that is where I'm going to leave the green so that I can start blocking in the pink and the purple. Right next to me is the purple, so we're just going to grab the 3 purples. The other thing I managed to do today was light to dark purple, lilac 41, purple 65, and dark purple 005. I went through the Romantic Country coloring book and picked out 3 more pages, took photography of those pages, and I will be posting that poll either today or tomorrow, because we're going to be potentially playing our game shortly. It just depends on how quickly the game actually gets up and running. It's supposed to launch at 6 p.m., I believe. So, if I have some time in between while waiting for it to come up, I will get the poll posted. And in other news, I have started Instagram. It has taken me a while to get to the point of loading up some images. I already had a Pinterest account. I have not started a board, which I will name Color Me This, and I will also load images up on Pinterest as well. All right, so that was the lightest. I'm gonna go to the middle color and see what we can do here. Darkening the scales somewhat. Okay, so let's get these darks going. So this is my middle, and I do want to do some crossover coloring here. Just a little halo effect. See how that looks. I can tell that right now I'm all about bright, fun colors. All right, so I'm not going to go any darker with that because I want to get the pink loaded in. Yeah, I have 3 pinks. All right, light rosy pink 086, pink 048, and heather violet 107. So I'm doing a little bit of this whole crossover of the colors onto the neighboring scales. The other thing I did manage to get done last night I'm very, very close to being 100% caught up with swatches. All I have left now is Starjoy Gold, which I will be typing out to put up on my coffee shop. So I'm going back into the greens a little bit here with some pink. I'll even hit a little bit of the lavender light scales here with some pink. Moving, that was the lightest pink. I'm now working with the middle pink, cold pink. Was very tempted to do orange on this fish, and I went nope, nope, nope. As tempting as it is, I am going to not allow myself to make an orange fish. I do the orange fish often enough as it is with the smaller fish. Moving on to the darkest pink. I need to now integrate the purple and the teal into the pink. I am going to add a little bit of the other colors now. Setting down the pinks. Now we're going to do some back and forth. I'm grabbing the darkest purple, and I'm going to bring some of it back here to the pinks. And even a little bit of the dark purple here on the green. Okay, now let's see. Let's bring in the teal. I'm going with the middle teal. This is called light sea green. The lightest color is called light aqua green. So this is the middle green. Bring it down into the purple a bit. and the end of the little tendrils here can be green. All right, I need a little bit more pink up in here. But I am liking how this is going. All right, the dark green, aqua green. And this is where I was saying I might want to go deeper. Just taking a peek through the lens, see what it looked like. I want to start on the fins. They are going to be varied as well. This is the dark purple. It's going to be a fine balancing act between all of these colors. I am now putting that away. Oh, but I could leave this out because I've got all four colors to integrate here in the tendrily fins and the tail. let's go back to blue. I'm glad I have the rotating Lazy Susan today. It's coming along nicely. All right, pink. Let's get some pink. Okay. Okay, I am now, that was the middle pink. Nope, that was the darkest pink. Nope, middle pink. Heather Violet, which is what I have now, is the darkest. And These sure do go down easy. I think I'm going to grab some darks now for the fins and the tail. So let me grab the dark green, which right now is Aqua Green 134. So it's coming along nicely. Integrating here along the bottom of the fish is some shadow colors. Okay, I'm gonna go back to some blue. Back to the blues. Okay, darkest blue is cobalt blue. I'll just try to add some lines here and there. Have a lot of blue along the top fin here. I have not figured out these little scallopy little, I guess, orange slices, but they will not be colored orange slice colored. I am saving that spot for something. Oh, that's looking very pretty. All right, we are at 40 minutes. I will go a little bit further with this, but the fish is pretty much finished, and I have not gone any darker. think this fat section is going to be purple. Getting a little purple just mixed in here and there. All right, I think this fish is done. Aside from going in with some deeper of each color, which I need to go pull, and I might save that for the very end. Decide if that is really needed. It will depend on how dark the house ends up. All right, I could do this forever. This is how this goes. So do all of the YouTube things, like, share, comment, and consider subscribing. And tomorrow we will work on the house and the foliage. And it's possible I'll be able to finish this tomorrow and just make it 2 days, but I might go ahead and stretch it out to 3, depending on what I want to do. I see bubbles in the background, and I will probably use stickles for those. The question is if I want to do some sort of an aquatic color in the background. So I'll have to think about that. And we will do this all again tomorrow. I'll see you then.